Okay, now let's see this question from EMI. Two parallel resistance-less rails are connected by an inductor of inductance L at one end as shown in the figure. So two parallel rails, inductors L, magnetic field B exists in the space which is perpendicular to the plane of the rails. So magnetic field is perpendicular to plane of rails and coming out of the plane. Now a conductor of length L and mass m is placed transverse on the rails. So you have your conducting rod and mass m length L given an impulse J towards right. So the rod is given an impulse J. Then choose the correct options. Velocity of the conductor is half of the initial velocity after a displacement of the conductor d equal to something. Okay. Current flowing through at the instant when velocity of the conductor is half of the initial velocity is. So basically we have to find when will the velocity of the conductor be half of initial, and at that moment we have to find what is the current in the circuit. Okay. So first of all, what is the initial velocity? The initial velocity of the rod will be, let's call it u. U will be equal to J by m. Impulse divided by mass will give you the initial velocity. Now, at some other time, at some random time, so at some time t, assume that the rod has some velocity v. The rod has velocity v. And the current in the circuit will be I. So regarding the EMF, I can write down that EMF created in the rod BVL will be equal to L di by dt. EMF across the rod will be equal to EMF across the inductor. Okay. So EMF across the inductor equal to EMF across the rod. This is my first equation. So let's write it as 1. Okay. Then my second equation will be what? The rod is experiencing a backward force because of the magnetic field. This backward force will be BIL. Okay. This force due to the magnetic field is decelerating the rod. So for the rod I can write down. So BIL is the force and that will be equal to minus M dv by dt, because the rod will decelerate because the force is acting opposite to velocity, right? So we have minus m dv by dt. So BIL is equal to minus m d by dt of what is v over here? V will be L by BL di by dt. Correct? So this is equal to BIL is equal to minus ML by BL d square I by dt square, or d square I by dt square is equals to minus B square L square by ML times I. If you observe something, this is double derivative of the current over here, right? So this equation is equation of actually SHM. Equation of SHM, where this is the square of angular frequency. So I can now easily write down that I will be equal to I maximum current times sine omega t plus phi, where omega is root of b square L square by ml. Now I will find Imax later on, but I can find out the phase constant phi over here. Okay, initially that is at t equal to 0. Okay, I is 0, there is no current in the circuit, so phi will be 0 because sine I equal to 0, so sine phi equal to 0, right? Sine phi equal to 0, that means phi equal to 0. That's it. So I have my one equation, I equal to I max sine omega t. That's it. Okay. Now again using the equation 1, BVL is equal to L di by dt. So BVL equal to L d by dt of I max sine omega t. Okay, so V will be equal to L by BL, L times I max by BL, omega cos omega t. Okay, now at t equal to 0, V is equal to U, initial velocity, and that is J by M. Correct. So at t equal to 0, cos 0 will be 1. So J by M is equal to L I max by BL. So I max is equals to BL J by ML. Okay. So now I have speed of the conductor, speed of the rod is equal to J by M omega cos omega t. This is the speed of the rod. Okay. Now what? So velocity of the conductor is half of the initial velocity after a displacement of the conductor d equal to root 3j square L by 4b square L square M. So first of all, let's look at this velocity. Actually, I made a small mistake over here. Omega should not come over here. This is my velocity, right? V is equal to J by M cos omega t. So first of all, let's write the displacement. So displacement will be, if you integrate displacement, you will get J by M. Integration of cos omega t will give you minus sin omega t, plus sin omega t, sorry. So sin omega t. This is my displacement, right? Now, according to question, when V is equals to U by 2, half of initial velocity, that is J by 2M. Put V over here and you will get cos omega t is equal to 1 by 2, and that means sin omega t will be equal to root 3 by 2. Okay. So the displacement of the rod will be J by M root 3 by 2. Oh yes, there will be one omega also in denominator, omega over here. So omega over here. So this will be J root 3 by 2M under root. What is omega? Omega will be ml by b square L square. ml by b square L square. So my displacement x is equal to under root J square L 3J square L by 4 mb square small l square. So option A is obviously correct. Okay. So when velocity is half of the initial, this is my displacement. Now current flowing at the instant when velocity is half is what? So that is again easy. So when velocity is half, sin omega t equal to root 3 by 2. And this is my current equation, I max sin omega t. So the current will be I max into root 3 by 2. And what is I max equal to? I max equal to BLJ by ML. So BLJ by ML root 3 by 2. This is the max current at that moment. There's a small error. This is your I max formula, and here we have omega in denominator also. Correct. So we need to put that as well. Okay. So yeah, omega here also. This is my omega equation. So putting over here omega in denominator, omega in denominator. So I get B LJ by ML root 3 by 2, and omega is what? Omega is where is omega? B square L square by ML. B square L square by ML. So obviously this part will get cancelled out. So I get this to be equal to root 3J by 4 ml. So my current I is equal to, okay, option D will come. Did I miss J square? Yeah, J square will also come over there. Okay. So option D is the correct answer. A and D.